Now, let's start sewing all parts of the capybara. First, sew the capybara's arms. Take out the main body and arms. Thread the arm's yarn tail onto the thicker sewing needle. First, confirm the sewing position. The first 14 rounds form the head. The following rounds make up the body. First, locate the position of the body. From here onward is the body. Mark it with a stitch marker. We will sew the arms onto the second round of the body. Place them 3 stitches and 5 stitches away from the slip stitch, respectively, then fix the arm backward between rounds 4 and 5 of the body. First, find the second round. This is the first round, then the second round. Locate the position of the slip stitch. The smaller stitch here is a slip stitch. Count 5 stitches from here toward the side. Mark it with a stitch marker. Then, 3 stitches apart on the other side. Find the position of the third stitch. This confirms the positions on both sides. Begin sewing by inserting the needle from below. Pull the needle out at the stitch marker. Remove the stitch marker. Align the arm and sew it onto the body. Then, fix the arm backward between rounds 4 and 5. Locate rounds 4 and 5. Place the arm to check the position and secure it. Pull the yarn out from under the body. Weave in the yarn tail later. Sew the arm on the other side using the same method. Both arms are sewn on. Pull the yarn out from the same spot. Tie a knot with these 2 yarn tails. This helps prevent the yarns from loosening. Cut off the excess yarn tails. Pinch and tuck the yarn end inside the fabric. The arms are now sewn on. Start sewing the legs. Take out the leg and thread the yarn tail onto the sewing needle. We will sew 2 legs to either side of the body on rounds 10 and 11. Locate 14 stitches and 9 stitches away from the slip stitch, respectively. Secure the leg downward at the position 6 stitches away. First, locate rounds 10 to 11. This is from round 10 to round 11. We need to find the position 9 stitches away from the slip stitch. Mark the spot. Find the position 14 stitches away from the slip stitch on the other side. Similarly, mark it with a stitch marker. Next, begin sewing. Insert the needle at the position of round 11. Remove the stitch marker and sew the leg in place. The side with the protrusion faces downward. The flatter side faces backward. Start sewing. Tighten the yarn. After sewing, secure the leg downward at the position 6 stitches away. It is at this stitch. Secure the leg. Pull the yarn out from underneath. Sew the other side in the same way. Then pull the needle out from the same stitch and tie a knot with the 2 yarn tails. Cut off the excess yarn tails. Hide the yarn end inside the fabric. The legs are now sewn on. Next, start sewing the mushroom. Take out the mushroom stem and mushroom cap. Thread the yarn from the mushroom stem onto the sewing needle. Begin sewing. Sew through the back loops of the mushroom cap. The mushroom stem and mushroom cap are now sewn together. Embroider small dots on the mushroom cap with white yarn. Pull the yarn out from the first round of the mushroom stem. Sew the mushroom onto the capybara's head between rounds 10 and 11. Locate rounds 10 to 11 on the head. That is on these 2 rounds. Find the middle top position. Start sewing. Weave the excess yarn back and forth inside the fabric several times to secure it. Cut off the excess yarn tail. Pinch and adjust the shape. The mushroom is now sewn on. Now, start sewing the ears. Sew the ears onto round 11 of the head. 3 stitches away from the mushroom. Locate round 11 and count 3 stitches to the side. Sew at this position. Fix the ear onto the head. Pull the yarn out from underneath. Adjust the shape of the ear. Insert the needle from below at the position of round 11. Pull the yarn out from the same stitch below. Tighten the yarn tail and tie a knot. Cut off the excess yarn tails. Hide the yarn end into the fabric. One ear is sewn on. Sew the other side the same way. Now, start embroidering the capybars knot and dies. Take 12 inches of black yarn. We found that one strand is made up of 4 thinner strands. We need to take the strands from it. Take out the thinner sewing needle. Thread the yarn onto the sewing needle. We need to embroider Y-shaped nose and mouth from round 1 to round 2 of the capybara's head. Insert the needle from the bottom. First, pull the needle out from any position on the front. Leave a length of yarn tail here. We need to embroider a nose and mouth like this. Find the second round. It's roughly the position opposite the edge of the ear. Then do the same on this side. Pull the needle out from the middle position and place the yarn under the needle. The nose part is finished. Embroider the mouth downward. Pull the needle out from the side. The nose and mouth are embroidered. Next, you need to embroider the eyes between rounds 7 and 8. First, locate rounds 7 and 8. These are the 2 rounds. Find the position to rounds below the ear. This is the spot. We need to embroider the eyes between rounds 7 and 8. Let's confirm the position again. Pull the needle out from the other side first. One eye is embroidered. Now find round 7 to 8 on the other side. These are the 2 rounds. Similarly, embroider the eye 2 rounds below the ear. Pull the needle out from the same stitch at the bottom. The capybara's nose, mouth and eyes are now completed. Tie a knot with the yarn tails. Cut off the yarn tails. Hide the yarn end inside the fabric. The capybara is now fully completed.